Alright, call up your 3 best friends and your 1 weird friend who never has time, because today we are ranking the 6 greatest co-op games ever made. The genre is in the best shape it's ever been in, with Helldivers 2 ruling 2024, Deep Rock Galactic now in its 6th year of constant updates, Lethal Company coming out of nowhere to become a Discord call generation-defining game, and It Takes Two still being the only co-op game that anyone with a partner can convince that partner to actually play. So I had to make some cuts. No Left 4 Dead 2, no Borderlands, no Monster Hunter. They're great. You can yell at me in the comments. We're looking at how well the game scales from 2 to 4 people, how good it is over voice chat, how forgiving it is when one of your friends inevitably has to leave because their kid woke up, and whether you would still play a year after you started. From a creepy moon mission warehouse simulator to the only platformer ever designed entirely for 2 people, here is the list. Number 6, Lethal Company. The $10 early access game that one developer named Zeekers released in 2023 and that basically dominated horror Twitch for 6 months straight. You and up to 3 friends are employees of an off-brand evil corporation. You get sent to a series of derelict moons, and your job is to retrieve as much scrap as possible from abandoned facilities before the quota is due. Inside the facilities are nightmares. The Bracken, which only attacks when you're not looking at it. The Coil Head, which is a SCP reference and which absolutely will end your run. The Jester, which winds up like a music box and then runs at 100 miles per hour. You can't fight back. You can only run, hide, and yell into voice chat. The game's entire personality is voice chat moments. It's clunky, it's janky, the controls are bad on purpose, and absolutely none of that matters because the bits will sustain a friend group for months. $10. Get 4 friends and play it tonight. You will have stories. Number 5, Sea of Thieves. Rare's Pirates Sandbox 2018, after a famously rough launch and 7 years of free updates, is now one of the most content-rich co-op games on the market. You and your crew of up to 4 people get a ship. You set sail, you find treasure, you fight skeleton lords, you do tall tales that are basically narrative co-op missions. And most importantly, you get into running battles with other player crews on the open sea. The naval combat is incredible. Coordinating with 3 friends to crank cannons, patch hull breaches, bail water, and pilot the ship through a storm is the kind of co-op chaos that no other game replicates. The game-as-a-service updates have added Pirates of the Caribbean crossovers, Monkey Island content, captaincy systems, and an absolutely massive Hunter's Call fishing metagame. $40, usually $15 on sale. It is a much better game in 2025 than it was at launch. The only real warning is pure griefing energy on PvP servers, so know what you're signing up for. Number 4, Deep Rock Galactic. Rock and Stone. The 4-player co-op shooter where you play space dwarves, you mine, or you drink beer, you blow up alien bugs, and you genuinely have the most welcoming community in all of multiplayer gaming. You pick a class, driller, engineer, gunner, or scout. You drop into a procedurally generated cave. You complete an objective, and you call in an escape pod that you have to defend until it leaves. The class synergies are the entire game. Scout zips around with a grappling hook lighting up the cave. Engineer drops sentry turrets and builds platforms. Driller carves direct tunnels through stone. Gunner provides zip lines and a literal minigun. The 4 classes feel completely different, but cover for each other's weaknesses. There is a free seasonal battle pass that adds new content every 3 months. The devs are actively in the community, and the moment you say Rock and Stone, in voice chat random strangers will say it back. $30 usually. The friendliest co-op shooter ever made. Period. Number 3, Valheim. The Viking survival co-op game that came out of nowhere in 2021 and sold 10 million copies in early access. You and up to 9 friends are dead Vikings dropped into a procedurally generated Norse purgatory, and your job is to defeat the bosses to earn your way into Valhalla. Along the way, you build longhouses. You farm carrots. You sail a longship through a storm. You die to a level 2 boar in the starting biome because you forgot to bring a shield. Valheim's progression curve is genuinely perfect. Each biome introduces new enemies, new materials, and new bosses, and the gear gap is sharp enough that going from bronze to iron actually feels like an upgrade. The building system is gorgeous, structurally simulated, the kind where if you don't put enough support beams, your roof actually collapses. The Mistlands and Ashlands updates added enormous new endgame zones. $20. Still in early access, still being updated, still one of the best co-op experiences money can buy. Bring friends. Build a longhouse together. Get attacked by a troll. Laugh. Number 2, Helldivers 2. Arrowhead's 2024 phenomenon. The game that broke Steam records, briefly made Sony reverse a PSN account decision because the community went nuclear and single-handedly resurrected the 4-player co-op shooter as a marketable genre. You are an elite soldier in a propaganda-soaked space, democracy, fighting terminids, and automatons across an entire galaxy. But every mission is just you and 3 friends dropping onto a planet, getting absolutely overwhelmed, and laughing as one of your friends accidentally calls a 500-kilogram bomb on squad. The stratagem system, where you type in directional inputs to call in airstrikes, sentry guns, mech suits, and orbital lasers, turns every fight into a chaotic ballet of friendly fire and overwhelming firepower. The Galactic War is a live service event that the entire player base participates in. The propaganda is genuinely funny, and the patch cycle is constant. $40. The best 4-player shooter of the decade. The only reason it isn't number 1 is that the game above it doesn't require any friends to be online at the same time. Number 1. It Takes Two by Haze Light Studios. The 2021 game of the year that is, in my opinion, the most complete co-op experience ever designed. You and one friend, or partner, or sibling, or random Discord acquaintance play as a divorcing couple who get magically turned into dolls and have to work together to make it back to their daughter. Every single level introduces a completely new co-op mechanic. One person has nails, the other has a hammer. One person can shrink, the other can grow. One person is a magnet, the other controls metal. The entire game is essentially a 40-hour love letter to local and online couch co-op, with not a single moment of filler. The story is genuinely emotional. The set pieces are absolutely insane. You fight bosses on the back of a giant squirrel. You race through a snow globe city. You reenact a Pixar movie in space. And the killer feature, the Friends Pass, means only one of you has to buy the game and the other plays free forever. $40. The most ambitious co-op game ever made. The best date night game ever made. Number 1. Don't fight me. Actually do, in the comments. Alright, that's the 6. I know some of you wanted Helldivers 2 at number 1. I know some of you wanted Left 4 Dead 2 on the list at all. I know somebody is going to comment, where is Monster Hunter? And the answer is, it's coming next year when Wilds is out, and I have time to do a Monster Hunter video. Tell me in the comments what you and your friend group are actually playing right now. What co-op game has eaten the most of your evenings? What's the one I missed that genuinely deserves a spot? I read every comment, and I will get into the fight with you. New countdown next week, different genre, same energy. Like the video if it helped, subscribe for more, drink some water, call your friends, and I will see you in the very next one.